if you needed a quarterback and Haskins is on the board from Ohio State and Kyler Murray or other?
Well, yeah. I've gone back and forth on this. You could not be any more polar opposite in terms of their skill sets. I ended up going with Murray in my updates that just hit NFL.com. I have Murray just over Haskins. And a little bit of the thinking there is I believe personally Murray can do almost everything Haskins can do throwing the football. And now you see Haskins work, through progressions a little bit more than you see with Kyler Murray, but I've seen Kyler do it. I know he can do it. And then I just think Murray can do things with his athletic ability that Haskins can't do. So that's why I ended up having Murray a little bit over Haskins.
Yeah, I'd have no problem taking Kyler Murray. I've said that before on the program. And I know the Giants, he doesn't fit in with what they normally take. They like the 6'4" quarterback, Hostetler, Sims, Eli. But if I have Kyler Murray, Saquon Barkley, and Odell Beckham Jr.
It's a track team.
Yes, I have created
Evan Ingram, too.
Yeah, but I've created space here. I'm going to make you adjust to me, and the Giants won't take Kyler Murray, but I have no issue here. The other part of this is if you're bringing in Cliff Kingsbury and you're Arizona and you're already bringing in something to do something different, then why not bring in Kyler Murray? If you're going to go all in on wide open, let's have fun, let's go crazy, and bring in Cliff Kingsbury and his offensive mind, then why not try to make a deal, trade Josh Rosen, and take Kyler Murray?
Yeah, I mean, you look at it historically, trading a quarterback you took in the first round after 1 year would be very unusual, but I don't think it would be more unusual than hiring a head coach who just got fired from Texas Tech. So if you've gone outside the box, why not go all the way outside the box?
That's my point. If you're going to do that and this is what you want in Arizona, then get the guy you brought in once, and that's Kyler Murray. Other hot quarterback names?
Well, I think you've got Murray and Haskins, which will take up a lot of the conversation. And then after that, to me, I think there's three guys. Initially, I would have said two when you look at Locke and Daniel Jones is those next two guys. But then, I think Ryan Finley, the more you watch him, the more you study him from NC State. Now, he doesn't have a huge arm, but he's just a really, really consistent guy. He knows exactly where to go with the football, puts it where it needs to be on time. And I think he's kind of entered that conversation with those other two, and that's where we'll go from there.
Yeah, I'm not sold on these quarterbacks. I don't know. Let's say it was last year, a draft, or Haskins, I think, is higher than he should be. I like him. I don't love him. I think in a different NFL, he would be, he'd be a first-round pick. But, in today's game, there's a few that stay in the pocket. But, I think when you get him out, off his spot a little bit, then, I'm not as thrilled with him. I just don't know if because we don't have some great quarterbacks that all of a sudden we're elevating Haskins and Jones and Locke.
Yeah, I actually, I have Kyler Murray as the 14th player in the draft. I have Haskins as the 18th player. And I would have them behind the guys from last year. Kyler Murray, put it this way, I gave Kyler Murray the same grade that I gave to Josh Allen. So I had Darnold, Mayfield, and Rosen ahead of both of these guys. And then, wild cards. Josh Allen was kind of a wild card, obviously a much bigger package. Kyler Murray's kind of that wild card, but I would have Haskins, behind those guys as well. So Haskins, my concern, like you mentioned, when you get him off his spot, he struggles a little bit. I just don't see a lot of twitch in his lower half. When you watch Sam Darnold or you watch Baker Mayfield and you see a free rusher, they have that kind of lower body twitch, be able to just create a little bit of space. And I just don't know if he's going to be able to do that. That's my concern. When you kind of look at the quarterbacks that have been successful in the league that maybe aren't the most mobile guys, they're all the old veterans who have so much experience that mentally they're in a great place where they can kind of overcome some of their physical, lack of twitch and athleticism. And that's going to be something that's going to take a little bit of time for Haskins to get there. He is a very bright kid, but you don't just walk into the NFL with that knowledge base. So that's my concern.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.